Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. In this deck experimentation video we are getting closer to a viable Control Warlock build. Actually I think this build could already be viable as such, but I have also played a couple of bit different versions. So we're back to running only Voidlord as the demons. Ultimately I felt that that was the best line, and well, statistics also show that that was the line that gave me the highest win percentage. So only Voidlords, no Despicable Dreadlords, no Dread Infernals, it's just Voidlords. But you also need a way to cheat those out, so there's obviously Possessed Lackey as an option, but in this build I have went with only Skull of the Manari. I don't think this is optimal. I think the optimal build is either double Possessed Lackey or one Possessed Lackey and Skull of the Manari. This particular build is still running Gnome Feradus, and Gnome Feradus is a bit questionable choice. It's the card that I take out of this build if I go for Possessed Lackey in addition to Skull of the Manari. And then there's one Gnome Feradus left, and that could be a tech card. It could be like a Thinkmaster, or it could be a Skulking Geist. Something like that is possibly the optimal way to play Control Warlock right now. But there's one card in particular that I want to emphasize, and that's Spiritsinger Umbra. And I think Spiritsinger Umbra right now, in Control Warlock, it's incredibly good. It goes really well with Possessed Lackey. On 10 you can play Umbra into Lackey, and Lackey will pull Voidlord, and Voidlord will pull Voidwalkers. That's some insane value right there. You can also use Umbra to activate Voodoo Dolls. You can use Umbra to get additional healing from Rotten Applebomb. If you can drop Umbra into Applebomb, you get 4 healing when Applebomb hits the board, and then you get 4 healing when it dies again. You can do it with Rin, so if you're facing a control deck that runs Geist, takes away your Dark Pacts, you can do Umbra into Rin, then Rin will activate immediately. Umbra of course works with Voidlords. If you have Umbra on the board and you play Gul'dan and you summon a Voidlord from that, also works in that case because it's a summon effect. It's just a really strong card in Control Warlock right now. I've tried Ratcatchers, I've tried various other options. Umbra just seems to be by far the strongest alternative way to activate Rin if 1-mana spells are taken away, and also has many other uses in the deck. It's also a very strong taunt minion, because unless the opponent has lethal they have to react to Umbra. Umbra is so scary, they just can't leave it up. Overall though, Control Warlock is not really tier 1 deck right now. It's okay, but it's not great even after you really try and tweak it. But this is a build that's much more comfortable to play already than my earlier attempts at the archetype. And there's some interesting games in this video with this deck, so I hope you enjoy that. Let's see. He's going to have Deathstalker Rexa, they all have Deathstalker Rexa. And if he doesn't, he might just rush me down. Tracking immediately. Okay. So I kept tracking +1 card. Does tracking imply that it could actually be just a Spell Hunter? If it's just a Spell Hunter, then Deathstalker Rexa is the main way that it beats me. But it runs Plated Beetle. Who does that? Who runs Plated Beetle? I don't even know which Hunter decks run Plated Beetle nowadays. I think I'll just Doomsayer this. You could kill the Doomsayer with a kill command, but that'd be 7 damage wasted. You're not going to do that. Yeah. I figured he would not do that. No secret. Interesting. Alright, Stonehill time. I'm picking up the Voidlord. Let's see. It might be too slow. Maybe I should have went with the Chain Gang. But Voidlord is my long-term winning strategy. Oh, he's a bit of a faster deck then. Interesting. So he's a bit of a faster deck, which means that that could very well be a Deathstalker Rexa. I think I'm dropping the Umbra here. Let's see what he has against this, because this kind of... he wants to play something now. He can't risk that I would have a Lackey in hand, because I could coin Lackey next turn. He has to kill the Umbra somehow. Alright. Well, I guess that works out. Interesting. Apple Bomb is not that strong here. I could of course just Voodoo Doll the Drake. Then I could trade away my Umbra. Not very happy about trading away my Umbra. But I guess I might need to. I'll go for the Voodoo Doll and trade. Let's do this. I'll play Doomsayer on the board too. See if this delays something. But if he has Rexar, then he's going to just play it now. No Rexar. Well, that's some consolation. I can play the Apple Bomb. Play the Beetle Houndmaster Carrion Drake. That's such a strange combination of cards. Rexar on 6. Every Hunter player has Rexar on 6. That kind of sucks. Well, we equip the skull. I need to get some Void Lords on the board. Hopefully they will be enough. I have the Siphon Soul. Because that guy can kill a Void Lord now. Okay, I need to be tapping. I need to find Gul'dan. That's a Siphon Soul target, right? He hasn't even started creating beasts yet, though. Which is pretty annoying. But I guess I need to Siphon Soul that fellow. And I need to find the Gul'dan. Then I might be able to just get so much stuff on the board that he crumbles. But having turn 6 Rexar every time. 7 out of 8 hunters that I have faced have had turn 6 Rexar. That's spectacular for a deck that doesn't have any card draw. Well, I'm getting another Void Lord down next turn. Oh. Giving charge. Having poisonous. That's such a powerful thing.
There is a method to my madness.
7 cards in hand. I need to tap. Then I need to Hellfire. Well, I could Godfrey. But Godfrey can do more things later, right? Unfortunately, I don't have any Spellstones in hand. That's a little bit annoying. But I think I need to attack there. And just drop the Hellfire. Let's wipe that board clear. But yeah, that stuck Rexar is going to carry this game for him. Most likely. Unless I find an early Gul'dan. Because then I might have so much stuff on the board that those are able to beat him down. Depends also on how many poisonous charge and rush minions he can find. He does a lot of cards. Another poisonous, of course. It's always poisonous. Okay, 8 cards in hand. I can tap here. Tapping is fine. Alright, playing the Stonehill is fine. So I could pick up Rin now. It's an option. That will start giving me the seals to potentially burn the deck. I could get this one on the board for free next turn. But I think I'm going with the Rin. Actually, I can't burn the deck because I have the Skull equipped, but it's still fine. Let's play the Rin. But every minion that he creates is poisonous. And something that I cannot deal with before it gets to poison my stuff. That's pretty good stuff. What can you do? Yeah, I'm really tired of that stuck Rexa. Really, really tired. Because I'm facing it in every game.
Your magic shall not.
I liked he silenced the Rin. That's cool. I didn't care about the Rin anyway. So... Godfrey always going to wipe the entire board. Anything I can do with something like Defile. If I hit there, then this one goes down to 1. That's a 3. Now hit Defile, clears the entire board. I guess I need to. But I need to look for that cooldown. So we're wiping this board then. Hit there. Down to 2, and then we can defile this board and play a gnome Ferrado. Get some good presence on the board. At least I burn a high main. That was the second high main. Probably one of the better value burns available in that deck right now. Yeah. Sure, you can do that. That's so cool. I don't mind. He didn't create a Zombieist. I think he should create a Zombieist every turn. So I can do Voodoo Doll Pact if I like. And I could ooze away the bow. He runs secrets if he runs the bow, right? That's interesting. I also have the option to Spellstone the Houndmaster. Voodoo Doll Pact, that's 4 mana. If I take away the weapon, I don't have enough to Spellstone the Houndmaster. Voodoo Doll Pact, Spellstone the Houndmaster, tap. That's acceptable. I need to get that cooldown. I really need to get that cooldown. So we Voodoo Doll and Pact. Do I Spellstone or do I use? I guess I can actually use. Let's remove the weapon. Leaves him to 4-3, but I think that's okay. There's one more Void Lord coming from the deck. Looks like midrange with trans freezing and explosive. Could be, yeah. Well, with the skull, it doesn't matter if he removes any. It doesn't matter if he removes any demons. Demons are just going to come back. Cooldown is in my bottom 7. That's pretty annoying. He's going to get a Death Knight card. That's pretty annoying too. Don't have a Godfrey clear on this board. I mean, I could Twisting Nether obviously. So a few cards left. I really needed to get that cooldown. This is not good. I'll do Defile Godfrey. That wipes the board. Saves the Twisting Nether in case he gets some kind of big minion. Oh, he fought Harrison. Well, that's inconvenient. Gives me a bit more of a chance to beat him in fatigue somehow. He plays a lot of minions again. I think that's very surprising. I don't really want to Twisting Nether though. Probably runs another Silence. I would need that cooldown. I'm also concerned about going too deep into fatigue. I could kill both beasts and get Rin on the board. He probably runs double Silence in that deck. So that's a problem. I think I'm killing the beasts and playing Rin though. Let's see. I mean, there's no way I'm burning his deck anyway. But let's try with this line. It is mana efficient. I could have also just played the Apple Ball, but didn't feel good enough. He has that one Death Knight card from Arthas. If it's something that wipes the board and I find cooldown very late, then that's annoying. Lifesteal and also attacks the minions next to whomever this attacks. Sure. Cooldown in the bottom 5. Do I need to keep looking for it? If I face with Rin and Twisting Nether, he can just create another zombies next turn. Do I need to tap for that cooldown? I can increase my probability to get it for next turn. I need to tap for that cooldown. I can increase my probability to get that cooldown for next turn to 40% instead of 20%. Because I get to draw 2 cards. So cooldown in the bottom 4 cards. That's unlucky. Yeah, I just hate playing against that stuck Rexa. This deck, I mean, his deck basically has no chance to beat me unless he has exactly that stuck Rexa. And they always have it very early. So that's very powerful. But I can't find the Gul'dan. I probably need to silence this and then Dark Pact the Owl. Because there's no good Dark Pact targets after, and then I can Hellfire this board. I get rid of the Divine Shield this way. And I can maintain my health total a little bit better. But now I can't afford to tap, because then I go too deep into fatigue. I have to trust that that cooldown will come. 3 cards left in the deck. Okay. I'm rapidly running out of removal pieces. He has more zombies. They give him more Death Knight cards. I mean, if he has stuff like Doom Pact there and he doesn't have cards left in the deck, then that's so good for him. Now I find the cooldown, so obviously I need to play it. Then we're about to find out what kind of stuff he has there. I only get 1 Void Lord. There were 2 Void Lords and 6 Void Walkers in the pool, so I had a really good chance to get 2 Void Lords and 5 Void Walkers, but the only minion that didn't appear was the 2nd Void Lord. That's pretty unlucky. I don't know. Now I don't know why he wants to... Oh, of course, because he had exactly the Doom Pact. I said there's a possibility that he has a Doom Pact, and he did. Yeah.
I'm almost out of cards.
And now Nonferado is useless. I think I need to kill the beast. And then I hit some face, and then I start playing the seals. And I suppose I'm playing the Nonferado too, even though there are no more cards to remove, but I might be able to beat him in fatigue. There's a chance. There's a chance now for me to win this game in fatigue. Because he wanted to fatigue himself. Charge and then unleash. Of course. Of course he has that unleash. And of course he gets the buff. Why wouldn't he? That after all makes perfect sense.
I'm out of cards.
Well, that's a Void Lord. Do I want to play the Void Lord now? He's down to 4 cards. And the zombies, of course. Zombies are unlikely to be silence. He has double kill command in hand, right? The main alternative is to play a seal and kill this zombiest. But this would be a turn where I could play the Void Lord. I would still have time to do that. I think I need to play the Void Lord this turn. I think this is the turn where I can still afford to play the Void Lord. He needs to find some lifesteal beasts. But if he finds enough lifesteal, he wins. No, he got that 10% rush. I mean 10% lifesteal. There was only 10% to get a lifesteal. No, not lifesteal, but silence. 10% to get silence, and he managed to do exactly that. But that was pretty solid for him. That was obviously pretty solid. Need to kill the lifesteal beast. I can't let him have lifesteal out there. I can play. I don't want to play Apple. I want to play a seal. 3/3 is fine here. We go with the 3/3. Okay. That's still a chance for me to win this. This is why I don't like that stack Rex. I mean, I play Void Lord. He creates one beast. He has 10% to get silence. He gets it. Oh, he gets a minion into his card into his deck to delay fatigue. How good it is. That's also a 10% chance. That was pretty solid. He delays his fatigue, that's really good for him. I think this is a turn where I can play the... Now I can play the Apple Bomb. Okay, he gets the Raptor Patriarch. Does he get more lifesteal stuff? Lifesteal and Rush. He gets it. He gets the lifesteal again. That is rough when that happens. I mean, he just keeps pulling exactly the right beasts every turn. I have to get rid of the lifesteal. I think it's too early to play Twisting Nether. If I play Twisting Nether and he plays a really big beast, I can't deal with that at all. So I have to save the Twisting Nether for a while longer. But I do need to kill the lifesteal so that he cannot heal up. That's 7 damage, and that card is a kill command, right? Because he has only used one kill command. He's also only used one bow, but I suppose he runs just one bow. Why would you run just one kill command? That seems really weird. So I think I'm making 4/4 here. I need to hold on to the Twisting Nether a little while longer to get that fatigue to tick up enough. Next turn might be the Twisting Nether turn. We'll see. As long as he can't find another life stealer. And that's not a life stealer. So this is the Twisting Nether turn. Now we play the Twisting Nether. And suck face. And now he has to create a lifesteal beast now. And it has to have more than 8 health. So that I can't kill it next turn. Stealth with charge. Okay, well, luckily that has 7 health, so I can kill that. Actually, I don't even have to, because he dies to fatigue anyway. He needed the lifesteal. I need to be ready for Q block, and I need to be sort of ready for Evenlock's Giants. I'd still have to find Dark Pact or Defile to actually get the Voodoo Doll to go off. Because Evenlock also often runs double silence, so it's kind of hard to play this without anything. Legion, do you watch the World Cup? Yeah, of course I watch the World Cup. Because my back has been hurting so much, I've had plenty of time to watch it as well, because that I can do lying down on the sofa. Even if I play the No Ferrado, it doesn't challenge anything that he can play. So I rather need resources to have a way to kill this Voodoo Doll on 4 if he has a Giant on 3. He has the coin, so he can play Giant on 3 if he taps now. Yeah, my back is getting better indeed. Now he can't play Giant next turn. That's a piece of good news. So he doesn't have a Giant. I know that much now. Bit of a stuffy nose as well still. So I know he doesn't have a Giant. I can tap But that leaves the board all to him. I think I need to play the Gluttonous, because he's even locked so he doesn't have the weapon. Ooze is the biggest minion I can play. I could have played No Farad, but it's just a shot in the dark. It might be good, it might, but there's as good of a chance that it just helps him get closer to whatever he needs. But I know there's no giant in hand. These cards can now be a giant. They can be a giant on 4. But if there was giant in hand, he would have never played the Homunculus. I kind of need something better here. Let's tap. And I guess now I can play a Noferado. It's either good or it's bad. Killing again. Quite insignificant. I want to hit there so that if there's some kind of Hellfire placed, then you always kill his minions too. Hi, trick. Alright, there's the Drake. He wants to hit face. He really wants to be hitting face, I see. Well, I have the option to kill the Drake, obviously. But now this card could be a giant. So I think I'm just dropping an Apple Bomb. Just clearing the other minions and playing the Apple Bomb. Because a giant is so scary. Anything else I could do? Not a whole lot. I think it's Apple Bomb time. Couple of cards that can be giants. If I had 2 activators for the Voodoo Dolls, I probably would have killed this, but I only have 1. So I opted to be a bit more conservative. You can of course do something like hit and defile. More Drakes, interesting. And no attacks. That's very interesting. That's very interesting. Do I need to tap? 8 cards in hand, 19 cards in deck, but I don't have any good power plays here. There's no Skull. I don't have Twisting Nether yet. Just double Drakes. What if he does some kind of Hellfire Defile play? I could do something like Umbra and No Ferrado to scare him a little bit. Or I can do Tap and Umbra. I think I need to do Tap and Umbra. Sacrifice that one. Let's do this to scare him a little. Force him to react to this board. He could do so with Hellfire Defile though. Black Knight tech. That's interesting. It's a lot of power on the board too. But I have very little ways to deal with that. Hellfire doesn't do anything. I still haven't found a Twisting Nether. Do you think Green has too much anti-synergy with Skull? No. You don't. You play them in completely different matchups. I have found that the Lucky at 6 is too slow and unreliable. I prefer the Skull, that gets the Void Lords on the board more reliably, so far, it seems. Hard to say yet, of course. I probably have to tap because I think I need Twisting Nether next turn. That leaves me with 5 mana, so I can do Voodoo Doll Dark Pact on the biggest minion. This is not great at all. But what can you do? When you're just not getting the good stuff, then you're just not getting the good stuff. I have to draw Twisting Nether. There's 2 in the deck. Because he keeps pushing and then there's more minions coming and all sorts of stuff. And I just can't deal with this. This is terrible. So I probably have to do another Voodoo Doll Pact play to kill this Drake. Then I can also play a Stonehill to try to stall a little bit longer. He's running double silence in the deck, so getting a Void Lord out there is not an answer. I don't even have a Defile. I don't have a Twisting Nether. All the good stuff is at the bottom. That's sad. What to do the Voodoo Doll Pact. Play the Stonehill. This is going so wrong, but there's nothing that I have really been able to do about this going wrong. Because I just can't... I have drawn as much cards as I can, and I cannot get the good cards. All the good cards are in the bottom, so then you just can't win like that. It doesn't work that way. Now we're getting there that I'm starting to take too much damage. So that I just can't survive anymore. I mean, he can do like double Hellfire.
Shields up.
I can't find any good cards. What can you do when that happens to you? Not much. I can go to 15, so I'm dead to double Hellfire. There's no Hellfire Defile plays here. There is a Hellfire Spellstone play. That kills the giant. That's the best I can do. It's not great. That's the best I can do. So I go to 14, I'm not dead to double Hellfire yet. But come on, deck. You needed to give me some good stuff at least.
Shields up.
Can I get the Twisting Nether now, please? Nope. He most likely has Silence in hand. It's almost guaranteed. He might have Chargers, or he might not. There's probably Hellfire Defile to kill the Hooked Reaver. Then I can play a Noferatu. I will be at 7. So I don't think I can survive afterwards, but what can you do? What can you do? I can't tap because then I go down to lethal with double Hellfire. Now I got rid of one Silence, but he has 2 in the deck, so I still have to play around Silence. He has to be able to develop just 1 threat this turn. If he can develop 2, that's too much. He was able to develop just 1. Can I actually pull this off? Can I actually? I still need that Gul'dan top deck. I can Siphon Soul the Giant. I'm at 10. Do I tap myself down to 8 so that I get a chance to get Gul'dan? Yes, I do. I do tap myself down to 8. Develop a Doomsayer. He has 1 silence effect. So, if he silences the Doomsayer, I can play a Void Lord. If he doesn't silence the Doomsayer, well, then it depends whether he has Chargers in that. If he has stuff like Argent Commander in the deck, then I might die here. But then I would die regardless of this tap, because he could put me to 6 with the Argent Commander, and then I would die to double Hellfire the turn after. And this turn he can't kill me with an Argent Commander Hellfire, it's one off. But I really need to top deck that Gul'dan. He doesn't have to play anything. Well, but this play now means that he can kill me with double Hellfire next turn, because he can do double Hellfire and suck. But that would also kill me... No, it wouldn't kill me without the tap, actually. So the tap made me die to that. That's nasty. Yeah, now I'm dead to double Hellfire and hero power. Did I need to play around that somehow? I guess maybe I should have. I was able to sequence it correctly. Yeah. I'm keeping Defile in case it's token, because that's the key card to beating those Soul of the Forest boards. Other than that, let's see. What kind of grid? Well, that doesn't tell me anything yet. There's no particular hurry to play the Gnome Ferrado here. I can look for more resources first. It's a Taunt Druid then. Taunt Druid with an old-fashioned list that runs Star Creepers. I wish I had my Think Master. Unfortunately, I don't anymore. Void Lord or another copy of Rin. I'm never really going to burn his deck. It's unlikely that I have that much time. Additional Void Lords might be good. They might be able to save me against his attacks. Right now. Not a whole lot I can do here. I guess I'm playing the Gnome Ferrado. Let's play the Gnome Ferrado, see what we can burn. We burn an UI. That's not so significant in this matchup, really. He wants to play a Nourish this turn. That's the main thing he wants to do, so that he can get the Lich King down next turn. Or a big Taunt Minion, some other big Taunt Minion. I find my Twisting Nether. I can play the Ooze this turn, it's fine. I can put this down to 4. That's also okay. I must hold on to the coin, because I might need that mana acceleration at some point, because he is able to ramp up and do nastier things. If he plays the Lich King, I will have to kill it, which means that he has a good chance to get it back from Hadronox. Lich King would be the perfect card for this turn. I guess he doesn't have it if he really has to think. Okay, so he had it, he just... there was no reason for him to think, but okay, whatever, rocks your boat. So I need to do the Voodoo Doll Pact to kill the Lich King. There are going to be so many more Lich Kings from those Hadronoxes, that's going to be a huge problem. Well, Voodoo Doll Pact is always happening here. I could kill the Ironwood Golem if I like. Is this to 1 health? I suppose that's acceptable. 8 cards in hand. I can go to 9. Well, he does have Naturalizes, of course. Actually, I don't want to be tapping. I think I want to kill that one. I need to get rid of some cards to play around Naturalize. As soon as he can go for Hadronox, it's going to be so sweet. He's drawing cards probably with the Nourish because he lost the UI, and he doesn't obviously need to ramp anymore. He wants to do the Hadronox turn relatively soon here, the first one, because that gives him back a guaranteed Lich King when there are not a lot of other taunts that have died. So that's the main thing on his mind right now. So I can expect a Naturalize next turn. Not a whole lot I can do about that. I can try to pick up a 4-mana taunt. I can't find any. That's really, really bad. I needed to find a 4-mana taunt or less, but nope. Well, I could coin the Talak. Plays around naturalize a little bit. I can still do twisting the next turn. I think I need to coin the Talak here. So that I play around naturalize milling cards, because I can't afford to lose Gul'dan. Maybe he doesn't have Hadronox yet. Maybe. He's halfway through his deck, it's 50%. Although he could also have Master Oakheart. I'd totally play the first Hadronox here to get the guaranteed Lich King Resurrect, which could then be turned into multiple Lich King Resurrects following turns. I see that he does not agree with that assessment. I'm fine with that. Pair of Void Lords. 8 cards in hand. If I tap, then he can start milling me with the Naturalize. Now I go to 9 cards, and if I play Defile and Spellstone, that would be kind of an option. Leaves this one at 3 health. I think I can afford to do that. That's a bit used to Defile, but I need to play around to Naturalize. He could attack this in, get it resurrected, then do the Hadronox Naturalize. That would be the first Hadronox board. He found the Hadronox into his top half. And he gets the guaranteed Lich King Resurrect. I didn't mill any cards yet. Does he have Witching Hour? He could. I'm missing the 4. How many Lich King cards can I afford to give him? Because he can get Anti-Magic Shell. That's the really scary thing. But if I do Umbra-Doll, it kills the Lich King, but still not so great. Not enough mana to do Umbra Siphon. I guess it's Umbra-Doll. He's quite unlikely to naturalize again next turn. He's more likely to play Cube. And if I can get the health totals right, then there might be a Silence and Godfrey Clear on the Cube, if he has Witching Hour. That's interesting, getting armor from the Anti-Magic Shell. That was not a very powerful turn. Sure, it deals some damage. And he doesn't have weapon removal. So I can play Skull. I could play Skull Applebomb. This has 4, 6, 11. He can't kill me through Skull Applebomb. Then I start getting Void Lords down on the board. We'll try this. We will try this. This means that I get a Void Lord on the board next turn. 10 cards left, I have 12 cards left. He obviously has some more taunt boards coming. He might have Anti-Magic Shell. He has 2 Lich King cards after all. He can have Spellstones to kill that. But it still heals me for 4. So I get 22. So this shouldn't be a problem yet. Okay, getting down to 10 is obviously
There is a method to my
slightly annoying. I do need to find the Gul'dan eventually. Am I just playing double Void Lords this turn? He can probably punch through them. What alternatives do I have? I could play Hellfire Spellstone. Hellfire Spellstone could kill the Primordial Drake. Leaves this at 6 health, it's okay. Isn't there in the win condition in this match? They usually draw too fast. That's my Gul'dan. It's Hellfire Spellstone. The druid draws too fast. I can't burn his deck before he is. I mean, like he had. When did he have the Hadronox? Somewhere like turn 10. So that was just not going to happen. Okay, now he's going for the cube. Now he goes for the Witching Hour cube. But I can silence the first cube and then I can probably Godfrey that board. Because there's 1 health minion, that's 2, that's 4. And that's 6 and that's 8. So I can do silence Godfrey in response to this board.
There is a method to my madness.
It will kill my Void Lord though. The next cube will be more difficult. And he has 3 Lich King cards. That's pretty solid stuff. Does he have the second Witching Hour and the second cube? I guess we're about to find out.
This will be a massive.
The problem is that he can swipe the Godfrey board. But he can't swipe and Witching Hour and cube on the same turn. So that's an upside. This is completely fine. I don't mind this at all. Godfrey will make the sacrifice there and then we play the Gul'dan. Now there's a bunch of dead taunts, so whether he gets Lich Kings or not is uncertain from this point on. He might get Lich Kings, he might not get Lich Kings. He has 1 swipe, he has a Naturalize of course. So he can still put me deeper into fatigue than he is. But the Noferad will even that out. And he might not get Lich Kings, although there are 2 Lich Kings in the pool, which is of course pretty good for him. And he has 3 Lich King cards in hand. So he can have stuff like Doom. Well, Doomback thing when he has 7 cards left in the deck is not ideal. He can Doomback once his deck is drawn. He could have Death and Decay.
Time waits for no one.
That would kill a bunch of stuff. Okay, I don't mind these. I don't mind these at all. This is all good. So I will kill that one. He has a swipe left. So I want to kill this. Suck and kill that. Yeah, let's suck and kill that one. Leaves this one at 2 health. Then I'll kill this one too. Do I want to leave all of these alive, these Voidwalkers, or do I want to get rid of some?
I must feed now.
It's fine to leave them alive. You can do some nice things with swipe and stuff though. Let's see what I can burn from him. No, I burn an Oaken Summons, which is actually only good for him. So I only made life better for him instead of making it worse. He has a swipe and he has a spell stone. So swipe, spell stone, hero power can kill the Void Lords. I would need to have enough defenses to survive a board for a turn so that I could just Siphon Soul the cube and then Twisting Nether. But yeah, I can't beat this matchup with Rin really because I can't burn the deck fast enough. I just never get there. He runs Umbra. I didn't see that coming. Does he get Lich Kings? Doesn't get any Lich Kings. Oh, that Umbra. That's a scary fellow. This just got a lot more interesting now. Do I have to Hellfire this board? But wait, that was the last Witching Hour. That was the last Witching Hour. He can't cube the... Oh. So this is all good. I just Siphon Soul the Hadronox here. Then he can't build another Taunt board after this.
I must feed now.
To tree, to tree, to tree, to tree, Hellfire. I mean, now he can cube a Drake and get that immediately activated because of the Umbra, but that's it. That's all. There won't be anything more. So I win. Nice. I like that. Yeah, you can cube it all you want. I don't really mind. Well, I guess the anti-magic shell is pretty good though. So do I win? Ha.
Good demons are hard to find.
I'm going to have to Twisting Nether my own Void Lord here. He has 2 more Lich King cards. What if he has another anti-magic shell? I have another Twisting Nether in the deck though. Right, so I'll have to Twisting Nether this board. So he gets another 2 4/8s. He has a Spell Stone left. And he has a Naturalize left. And he has a Swipe left. So he can Spell Stone Swipe to kill the Doomsayer. I think I still need to play the Doomsayer now. Void Lords always have bad life expectancy. Yeah. They haven't been very durable. He can Spellstone and Swipe now. 2 more Lich King cards. What are those 2 Lich King cards? This, I mean, that anti-magic shell made this a game. I really thought he messed this up when he didn't cube the Hadronox for the second time, but there's going to be a 6 damage Spellstone on this Doomsayer now. Oh, he only had a 2 damage Spellstone. Then he's going to natural. Oh, but if he naturalizes the Doomsayer, I get to draw more cards. He has no more branching paths. He has 2 more Lich King cards, though. I'm Twisting Nether and Doomsayer left. I need to be even here. Okay. No more Naturalizes, no more Spell Stones. He has to kill this, but if he has Frostmourne, he can kill it with that, but I guess he doesn't have Frostmourne. I mean, if he had Frostmourne, wouldn't he just use it? These Lich King cards have to be useless.
I'm almost out of cards.
Okay, I can play a Seal. And I can play Doomsayer. I can keep sucking at that one. I'm at 17. I should have this. 2 Lich King cards. But there can't be a Frostmourne or Death and Decay or something like that, because he would have played them already. There could be like an Obliterate, I guess, but that's not so powerful.
Out of cards.
But isn't this just game over? He has Wild Growth. I mean, he can't fatigue me fast enough, right? Master Oak Heart, last card. That's cool. Make 4 demon. Kill the Oak Heart. He has some health advantage, but I'm healing 3 for every turn. Well, 2 effectively. He's taking extra 2 every turn. He can still have the Lich King cards that kill everything. So I must not overcommit to the minions. Let's see, how does this go? Hit face here, I hit face here. Suck here, because he could have Doom Pact. But if I play the final seal now, doesn't he have to use the Doom Pact already next turn? What if he has 2 Doom Pacts? 9. This is enough pressure. I don't have to play the final seal yet. He will have to use a Doom Pact if he has one. Even if he has double Doom Pact, there's just no way. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.